Most of us today have already gone through a lot of struggles in their life. Struggles can be in your personal life, it can be in your career, or maybe health issues, and the list goes on. We fight back. We do everything in our might to come out of those difficult circumstances. As long as we are fighting, there is a hope that remains alive that one day we will overcome all our pain and suffering and we will be out of it. The problem arises when we start accepting our suffering, our pain as a part and parcel of our lives and start trying to live with it. The topic for today's study that the Lord put in my heart is don't get comfortable with your pain. Let's open John chapter 14 verse 27, which says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid." As I was preparing for the word, the Lord was speaking some beautiful things, and I want to share that with all of you today. On many occasions, we in time somewhere start succumbing to all that has been happening around us. We succumb to our situations. The problem arises when we end up accepting our difficulties as a part of our lives. The moment we do that, in the spirit, we actually give up and we allow the enemy to take control of our lives. From there on, the devil will do everything to keep you from going back into the Lord's presence or going back to God Himself. We think we are reading Bible, we are praying, we are going to the church, but that actually becomes nothing more than rituals or customs that we are now following on a day-to-day basis, just as our daily chores. Because as we understand or as we study the Word of God, the promise of God that He gives us today is His peace. But in the middle of all of this, there is no peace that is dwelling. God's peace does not dwell here. Because we are already in a place in our heart where we have made peace with the pain and suffering of the world. Example, if we might have noticed that we are in a room and it's stinking very bad, it is giving a very pungent odor. If we stay in that room long enough, we do not smell that odor anymore. That odor goes away. It eventually fades away. But if a third person enters or a second person enters into the room, he immediately senses that smell, that pungent odor. But I still don't sense it. I still don't smell it. Or I don't smell it anymore. The fact is, I have been there in the midst of that pungent odor for such a long time that I don't find it pungent anymore. Friends, today many of us have been living in a garbage of our life for such a long time that we don't distinguish it as garbage itself. We have become comfortable where we are. In fact, to actually see a fact, we start trying to make a palace out of the garbage and we make ourselves comfortable there. If any third person tries to even walk into our lives and tries to pull us out of that situation, we no more want to come out of it anymore. Why? Because we have been there for so long, we have gotten comfortable with all of that. We do not want to get out of it anymore. The moment something like that happens, we are heading towards a spiritual death in our life. Because you have been there so much, now you aren't even sure that walking out of that situation, what uncertainty is lying ahead. And we choose to stay in a place where we already are aware of what kind of circumstances might come our way. It is highly possible that we have been going through something for a very long time. Let's hear this example where an elephant and a dog gets pregnant at the same time. The dog, after about 2 months, gives birth or delivers cute puppies and really healthy ones. And after a few months, the dog gets pregnant again. If we are aware of the fact, the gestation period or the time duration for which the pregnancy duration for a dog is approximately 57 to 65 days, approximately 2 months. But for an elephant, it's 22 months. That's almost 2 years. So what happens is, a dog gets pregnant. She delivers after 2 months or so, and then after a month or so, the dog gets pregnant again, and the dog delivers again. Now, in the meanwhile, the elephant still remains pregnant and hasn't delivered yet. The same happens 3 to 4 times, and the dog is about to give birth a 5th time. And finally the dog ends up asking the elephant a question. I am about to deliver babies 5th time and you haven't yet delivered that once. And the dog tries to make mockery out of the elephant. The elephant very humbly replies that I totally agree to what you have been giving birth to, for how many times you have been giving birth to. But what I carry is huge. When I am about to give birth, or when I give birth, and when my child or my baby hits the ground, the earth knows that something has arrived. Friends, it takes a leap of faith to understand that if we have been going through something for a very long time, there is something huge that's about to come forth. Let's understand for a fact that it is taking, or God is taking us through a phase of faith, or greater faith. He wants us to go through that situation, that circumstance, which is building us up day by day. And when our saturation point arrives, when the Lord decides to break through or bring that breakthrough in our lives, the miracle, the blessing that is about to come in our life is huge. It's not something that anyone and everyone would understand. It's something that only and only God knows. So all we need to do is wait upon Him. Let's not get comfortable and start saying that this is where my life is and this is how it's supposed to be. The moment you start saying it, the enemy takes control, or starts taking control, and starts bringing in your life such unwanted disturbances that was never a part of God's plan. All you need to do is rely on God and say, God, I trust you that you are about to do something huge in my life. Let's believe in Him, friends, that He is going to be doing a beautiful miracle in your life. If you have been going through something for a very long time, understand this for a fact, that your blessing or the miracle that is about to reach you or that is about to come in your life is huge and beyond anyone's comprehension. So let's come to a place where we start thanking God for the beautiful thing that He is about to do. And let's not get comfortable saying this is where I'm supposed to be. Maybe this is the painful life I'm supposed to lead for the rest of my life. No, that is not God's plan for you. If you have been going through a struggle of your life, He wants to give you something big and because of which all He needs you to do is trust Him and have faith on Him that He is going to do something beautiful. Let that bring in a peace that surpasses all understanding. When you are filled with that peace, the Lord makes beautiful changes inside you where He prepares you, or He prepares your body to give birth to that blessing. God bless you all. Let's never be comfortable. Let's never get comfortable with our suffering or our pain, but ask God to fill us with His divine peace so that we understand what He is about to birth through us. God bless you all, and may you have a wonderful, wonderful day ahead. God bless you.